Good morning. Welcome to Paradise Now Dialogues with the Mother. My name is Sanda Davis, and I'm your host today and for many shows to come. Today's show is dedicated to your favorite subject, which is true love. Throughout history, true love and life have been intertwined tragically, dramatically, and the search for life and the search for love have been the passions of humanity, together with the search for gold. That was the passion of the more telluric material beings. In the last show, we're talking about the fact that we are already embedded in the fifth dimension, which is the dimension of the universal truth. In the realm of truth and in the universe of the universal truth, and that the truth is sorting out the lies. Among many advantages of the fact that the entire population of the earth will be exposed to the truth, will know the truth, and also will be expected to depart from the untrue. Since we've departed from the universe of the liar and we are in the universe of truth, we are no longer into a universe of deception. We are into a universe that would help us to enhance our potential, help us to reach our best potentials that have been held back by the absence of truth, by the confusion that came from the insecurity about the accuracy of the knowledge. Both in the scientific sense, search for scientific truth is a big quest. In order to rely on scientific knowledge, one has to know that there is scientific truth there. And in the religious truth, what's true, what is tradition, what is fantasy, what is true revelation from God, that makes a big difference. True revelation from God opens to the universal love, opens to the connection with the protection that comes from God and all the good things that come from God, while fantasy, religion that's meant to enslave rather than enlighten, would separate the individual from the universal love and from God. The system that we came out of that was enclosing people into a destructive, individual, collective, planetary, and universal destruction, which was not only the death of the individuals, the illnesses of the individuals, the collective destructions with wars and many other destructive actions, but also the apocalyptic forces that were surrounding the planet, the apocalyptic forces that were threatening the entire universe with entropy. All of that has been built in many, many millennia of deception. That was not a godly way. So we've come out of a bubble of ungodliness that has mistreated people in ways that had nothing to do with the ways of the true God. And divinities, deities, planetary beings, stars, people, everything suffered. This was huge. It was huge. It was not something that could have been resolved in a blink of an eye. Only destruction happens in a blink of an eye. The attaining of healthy freedom and coming out of something that was that domineering takes much more than a blink of an eye. It is a process where everybody has to make the choice, because such a system was built by many. It's easy to say that, oh, the system made us so, but everybody participated to the system. Any system that you see in society that doesn't function well can point to a tyrant, but actually that tyrant had a lot of people serving him. Out of fear, out of financial interests, out of political interests, whatever, religious interests, whatever the interests were, made many cooperate with the worst. And then when those who were godly and wanted the real way, they were persecuted. Scientists that were coming with scientific truth in the Middle Ages, they were persecuted and they were burned to the stake. Or they were tortured in all sorts of ways, obligated to retract what was actually scientific truth. The God has nothing against the scientific truth. On the contrary, enlightens the scientists to have insight, to understand how the world works, so that the scientists can help, either with theory or with technology or further teaching, whatever the contribution that comes from truth. True science will actually reveal the truth about how things work and would help people to understand and to function better. So we've been in this enormous bubble that was destroying everything, and that was dominated by death, by the author of death, because death was not self-invented. The author of death really wanted to destroy everything. And once he became contaminated with death, he was engaged in a self-destructive process as well. And fortunately, we tried our best to save and to enlighten everybody as we came out of that system. Every being is being given a possibility of coming out of that system, but they only come out with correction of their ways. When they learn the wrong ways, they were doing the wrong thing and everybody suffered. Now they have to learn now they have to practice the ways that work. And the ways that work are what we'd call the right ways. Not in a judgmental way, but in an evaluating way. Like, if we talk about the right way, it's not about imposing, it's about showing the way it works. Was the right way for finding that street? Well, that's the right way. Same thing in any process. Now, the most important things that were life and love, among, of course, together with truth, intelligence, and so many other, but life and love, so interconnected, suffered to the point where life was negatively affected by so-called love, which was actually false love. True love only has a good effect upon life. And life was being sacrificed for all sorts of passions, including for love. Love for the country, sacrifice life. Love for the family, sacrifice life. Everything was calling for a sacrifice of life. Sacrifice of life rather than looking for better solutions. And one sad thing in this whole system that we've come out of was that love itself not only was attacking and misleading, the so-called love, not only was attacking and misleading life, but was being refused to those that were truly godly, who end up persecuted, was being refused to those that were walking the right ways. A love was being confused with seduction, with corruption, with ways that were not love. In the next segment, we'll talk more about love.
ਕਾਰ ਐਕਸੀਡੈਂਟ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਤਿਲਕ ਕੇ ਡਿੱਗ ਪਏ ਕੀ ਕਰੋਗੇ WSIB ਮੈਟਰਸ ਕ੍ਰਿਮੀਨਲ ਕੇਸਿਸ ਲਈ ਸਲਾਹ ਕਿੱਥੋਂ ਮਿਲੂ ਆਓ ਦੱਸਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਜਾਵੋ 20 ਵਰਿਆਂ ਤੋਂ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਦਾ ਜਾਣਿਆ ਪਛਾਣਿਆ ਨਾ ਜਸ ਜੌਹਲ ਚੇਤੇ ਰੱਖਿਓ ਆਹੋ ਜੀ ਜੌਹਲ ਲਾ ਫਰਮ ਬੈਰਿਸਟਰ ਟੀਮ ਰਾਜ ਔਰ ਰੀਟਾ ਹੈਗੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਲਈ ਕਾਨੂੰਨੀ ਮਸਲਿਆਂ ਤੋਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਹੱਕਾਂ ਦੀ ਰਾਖੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਜੌਹਲ ਲਾ ਫਰਮ ਹੁਣ ਨਵੀਂ ਹੋਰ ਵੱਡੀ ਥਾਂ ਤੇ 10 ਕਾਟਰੇਲ ਬੁਲੇਵਾਰਡ ਯੂਨਿਟ 203 ਬ੍ਰੈਂਪਟਨ 에어ਪੋਰਟ ਐਂਡ ਕਾਟਰੇਲ 9057990025 ਜਾਂ johalafirm.com ਜੌਹਲ ਲਾ ਫਰਮ ਕਾਨੂੰਨ ਦੇ ਜੋਰੀ
ਕਿਸੇ ਵੀ ਵਜ੍ਹਾ ਕਰਕੇ ਜੇ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਕ੍ਰੈਡਿਟ ਖਰਾਬ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਹੈ ਅਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਮੋਰਗੇਜ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਦੇਵਾਂਗੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਪ੍ਰਕਾਰ ਦੀ ਵੀ ਮੋਰਗੇਜ ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾਵਾਂ ਲਈ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਸੰਪਰਕ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ
ਅਗਰ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਫਸਟ ਸੈਕੰਡ ਜਾਂ ਥਰਡ ਮੋਰਗੇਜ ਜਾਂ ਫਿਰ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਵੇਟ ਫੰਡਸ ਦੀ ਜ਼ਰੂਰਤ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕਾਲ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ
ਆਪਣੇ ਮਿਹਨਤ ਨਾਲ ਕਮਾਏ ਡਾਲਰ ਦਾ ਵੱਧ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਧ ਰੇਟ ਲੈਣਾ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਇੱਕੋ ਹੀ ਨਾਮ ਯਾਦ ਰੱਖੋ ਅਪਰਾ ਟ੍ਰੇਡਿੰਗ ਨਾਲ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪੈਸੇ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਭੇਜਣੇ ਆ ਜਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪੈਸੇ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਤੋਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਮੰਗਾਉਣੇ ਆ ਤਾਂ ਅਪਰਾ ਟ੍ਰੇਡਿੰਗ 416 731 7710 416-731-7710 ਅਪਰਾ ਟ੍ਰੇਡਿੰਗ ਡੇ ਐਂਡ ਰੌਸ ਕੰਪਨੀ ਨੂੰ ਟੀਮ ਡਰਾਈਵਰ ਚਾਹੀਦੇ ਨੇ ਟੋਰਾਂਟੋ ਟੂ ਵਿਨੀਪੈਗ 52 ਸੈਂਟ ਮੀਲ ਦੇ ਮਿਲਣਗੇ ਪੈਨ ਟੂ ਪੈਨ ਨੋ ਵੇਟਿੰਗ ਦਲਜੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਗਰੇਵਾਲ ਦਾ ਫੋਨ ਨੰਬਰ 6474446744 647 444 6744
ਮੋਗਾ ਕਾਰਪੇਟ ਐਂਡ ਫਲੋਰਿੰਗ 30 ਸਾਲਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਮਿਸੀਸਾਗਾ ਤੋਂ ਕਾਰਪੇਟ ਤੇ ਫਲੋਰਿੰਗ ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਰਹੇ ਹਨ ਹੁਣ ਬ੍ਰੈਂਪਟਨ 'ਚ ਆਪਣੀ ਲੋਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਖੋਲ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਹੈ ਵਧੀਆ ਸਰਵਿਸ ਤੇ ਘੱਟ ਕੀਮਤਾਂ ਤੇ ਕਾਰਪੇਟ ਹਾਰਡਵੁੱਡ ਤੇ ਲੈਮੀਨੇਟ ਨਾਲ ਆਪਣੇ ਘਰ ਨੂੰ ਸ਼ਿੰਗਾਰਨ ਲਈ ਫੋਨ ਕਰੋ 905 848 2222
That bubble that I was talking about, which was that system that had locked everything, not just people, not just the planet, everything, stars, planetary systems, everything was caught into the destruction that we had to come out of. And as we came out of it, we find ourselves in the fourth dimension of paradise and the fifth dimension of the universal truth. And we are advancing towards awareness, which is the sixth dimension, towards the conscience, which is the seventh dimension, and so on. We are actually recovering the connections with dimensions that belong to the system that is godly, in which everybody has a future and has a better future. Now we find ourselves in this place that is all cocooned in truth that has to get to us. And we came with everything that we've learned from deception, everything that we've learned from the other way, everything that we learned from the system that was destroying not only the individual, but the atom and the universe, everything. We've come from that system thinking that those destructive things that were happening to us and to everything were normal. So we are here, stationed in the middle of truth, in the heart of all truth, of the universal truth, filled with things that are not true, including false love, false ideas about artificial life and all sorts of stuff. So we find ourselves here. We couldn't even stay in the dimension of truth more than 2 days. We would not have lasted there. We had to go rapidly through the dimension of truth, just enough to have the receptors for truth activated so that we can understand truth in the realm of truth. And we are here carrying with us everything that we've learned. Well, we have with us movies and books that write things, some of them wonderful and some of them totally off the scales of what the future holds. So we're here thinking that it's okay to die. No, it's not. We are being killed. It's okay to have a very short life, which is very short, really. If people have to, in human form, have to live for 1,000 years and more, but they need 1,000 years to reach their divine level. If 1,000 years would be normal for the length of one's life, and it used to be like that in the old times, living 80 years, 90 years, it's a fraction, it's 10%. We also know that we're using 10% of the brain. So what happens with the rest of the brain? What happens with the rest of the life? There's a strong connection there. We also learned that actually love is physical pleasure. The word itself, I would say I love ice cream, I would love flowers and so on. And it's fine, but I love ice cream in a different way than the way I love people, the way I love flowers, the way I love my child. And everybody, when it comes to the feelings of love, the love for an object is very different from the love for a being. We do have to respect everything else, but when it comes to a being, we have to respect their life. If we love animals, we have to respect their life. If we love people, we have to respect their life. For people and for animals and for the universe and everything we love that has life, we have to respect life and infinite evolution. We are not to stay in the way because we want to hide the truth. We want to open the path of the truth. And here we find ourselves learning all sorts of things about everything that's important to us, like our life, our longevity, the planet, the universe. About everything we learn just enough to go further, but not enough to know the truth. And here we are ready to find out the truth. And we'll find out now that true love, like all the good things, has been persecuted in the old system. We find it in Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet. Here is the young people who love each other and who are separated by tragedy. The whole literature is full of lovers separated by tragedy. As soon as there is a passionate love is separated by tragedy, there's much to discuss about what's happening in that kind of romantic, that kind of love situation. But right now, particularly in the last maybe 20 years, people are in love, out of love. They fall in love, they fall out of love. I love you, I don't love you anymore. I love you, I don't love you anymore. I loved you, and that comes with the breaking of relationships because people chase to find the love. Okay, I don't love you anymore. I have to find somebody else that I can love. And the change from one relationship to another, breakdown of families, are actually also breaking down values that had strength even in that system, family values being one of them. We will return, with the return to the true love, we'll return to family values. With respect for family values, we'll return to true love. We find ourselves now realizing that true love is not the excitement, that's part of it, but it's not the excitement, is not the pleasure, is not the a fiery passion that when it's going, is going, and is definitely not the one-night stand. Yeah, under the lucky stars, one-night stand may discover two people who could continue the rest of their life together. That happens as well. I'm not judging the way people will be meeting, but the true love was persecuted in that system of death because true love leads to infinite life. The most powerful ally and source of life is true love. And the most powerful and dreaded light that did away with death was true love. So this is why in the system of death, life was attacked and love was very discreetly attacked. Not openly, it was misled to corruption, misled to prostitution, misled to foolishness, misled to superficiality, misled to social labels, to everything but led to the understanding what true love is, and death that was controlling the old system was not going to allow anybody to truly know true love, because that was the defeat of death. Once the beings of light reached to the true love, and once the God entered that universe with true love, deception was dissipated, death was defeated, entropy was cancelled, and through true love, the life of people would actually advance. After the break, we'll tell you more about the attributes of true love.
ਕਾਰ ਐਕਸੀਡੈਂਟ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ, ਤਿਲਕ ਕੇ ਡਿੱਗ ਪਏ, ਕੀ ਕਰੋਗੇ? WSIB ਮੈਟਰਸ ਕ੍ਰਿਮੀਨਲ ਕੇਸਿਸ ਲਈ ਸਲਾਹ ਕਿੱਥੋਂ ਮਿਲੂ? ਆਓ ਦੱਸਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਜਾਵੋ। 20 ਵਰਿਆਂ ਤੋਂ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਦਾ ਜਾਣਿਆ ਪਛਾਣਿਆ ਨਾਂ ਜਸ ਜੌਹਲ ਚੇਤੇ ਰੱਖਿਓ। ਆਹੋ ਜੀ ਜੌਹਲ ਲਾ ਫਰਮ। ਬੈਰਿਸਟਰ ਟੀਮ ਰਾਜ ਔਰ ਰੀਟਾ ਹੈਗੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਲਈ। ਕਾਨੂੰਨੀ ਮਸਲਿਆਂ ਤੋਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਹੱਕਾਂ ਦੀ ਰਾਖੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਜੌਹਲ ਲਾ ਫਰਮ ਹੁਣ ਨਵੀਂ ਹੋਰ ਵੱਡੀ ਥਾਂ ਤੇ 10 ਕਾਟਰੈਲ ਬੁਲੇਵਾਰਡ ਯੂਨਿਟ 203 ਬ੍ਰੈਂਪਟਨ 에어ਪੋਰਟ ਐਂਡ ਕਾਟਰੈਲ 905799 0025 ਜਾਂ johalafirm.com। ਜੌਹਲ ਲਾ ਫਰਮ ਕਾਨੂੰਨ ਦੇ ਜੋਰੀ।
ਕਿਸੇ ਵੀ ਵਜ੍ਹਾ ਕਰਕੇ ਜੇ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਕ੍ਰੈਡਿਟ ਖਰਾਬ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਹੈ, ਅਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਮੋਰਗੇਜ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਦੇਵਾਂਗੇ। ਕਿਸੇ ਪ੍ਰਕਾਰ ਦੀ ਵੀ ਮੋਰਗੇਜ ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾਵਾਂ ਲਈ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਸੰਪਰਕ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ।
ਅਗਰ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਫਸਟ, ਸੈਕੰਡ ਜਾਂ ਥਰਡ ਮਾਰਗੇਜ ਜਾਂ ਫਿਰ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਵੇਟ ਫੰਡਸ ਦੀ ਜ਼ਰੂਰਤ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕਾਲ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ।
ਆਪਣੇ ਮਿਹਨਤ ਨਾਲ ਕਮਾਏ ਡਾਲਰ ਦਾ ਵੱਧ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਧ ਰੇਟ ਲੈਣਾ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਇੱਕੋ ਹੀ ਨਾਮ ਯਾਦ ਰੱਖੋ, ਅਪਰਾ ਟ੍ਰੇਡਿੰਗ। ਨਾਲ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪੈਸੇ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਭੇਜਣੇ ਆ ਜਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪੈਸੇ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਤੋਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਮੰਗਾਉਣੇ ਆ ਤਾਂ ਅਪਰਾ ਟ੍ਰੇਡਿੰਗ 416 731 7010 416 731 7710 ਅਪਰਾ ਟ੍ਰੇਡਿੰਗ। ਡੇ ਐਂਡ ਰੌਸ ਕੰਪਨੀ ਨੂੰ ਟੀਮ ਡਰਾਈਵਰ ਚਾਹੀਦੇ ਨੇ। ਟੋਰਾਂਟੋ ਟੂ ਵਿਨੀਪੈਗ 52 ਸੈਂਟ ਮੀਲ ਦੇ ਮਿਲਣਗੇ, ਪੈਨ ਟੂ ਪੈਨ, ਨੋ ਵੇਟਿੰਗ। ਦਲਜੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਗਰੇਵਾਲ ਦਾ ਫੋਨ ਨੰਬਰ 6474446744 647 444 6744।
ਮੋਗਾ ਕਾਰਪੇਟ ਐਂਡ ਫਲੋਰਿੰਗ 30 ਸਾਲਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਮਿਸੀਸਾਗਾ ਤੋਂ ਕਾਰਪੇਟ ਤੇ ਫਲੋਰਿੰਗ ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਰਹੇ ਹਨ। ਹੁਣ ਬ੍ਰੈਂਪਟਨ 'ਚ ਆਪਣੀ ਲੋਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਖੋਲ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਹੈ। ਵਧੀਆ ਸਰਵਿਸ ਤੇ ਘੱਟ ਕੀਮਤਾਂ ਤੇ ਕਾਰਪੇਟ, ਹਾਰਡਵੁੱਡ ਤੇ ਲੈਮੀਨੇਟ ਨਾਲ ਆਪਣੇ ਘਰ ਨੂੰ ਸ਼ਿੰਗਾਰਨ ਲਈ ਫੋਨ ਕਰੋ 905 848 2222।
Well, today's show is dedicated to true love, the need for placing it in the right context takes some of the show time, and you do have to understand that the proper context for true love is under the God, under the universal truth. And I will have a show and more dedicated to the different aspects of love, and a show dedicated completely to true love, to start explaining more from beginning to end. And obviously this is just part of the awakening. You are becoming aware now of the fact that true love was suppressed, was persecuted, was made difficult in the world of deception, and true love will be found in the universe of truth, under the universal truth. And the big secret and the big truth about true love is that true love is the source for infinite life. I'm writing a whole book and more about that, because there are so many details that have to be explained precisely. But at least to become aware of the fact that the yearning for truth and for true love is as big as the yearning for life, for infinite life. If anybody is looking for the fountain of youth and for the fountain of infinite life, they'll find it in true love. What's happening with true love, which obviously cannot be true in deception, is that inside people feel it. They just don't know what's going on, and they don't have a clear conscious understanding and a clear awareness of what they're dealing with. But you know how upset anybody gets when the loved one has told untruth. You know how much emphasis is on the truth, on the truth in any relationship. Trust depends on it and other things, but there's way more to that. There are 30 attributes of true love. I will name them, and I will tell you what attributes are for you to understand how important they are. If one person has the 30 attributes of true love, and the other one the 30 attributes of true love, not only what they emit towards each other is infinite life, they're connected infinitely. They find themselves to the ends of the universes. They always find themselves through ages. They are the couples, they find themselves over and over through many lives, and their connection is right there, and they get along right away. And what is that based on? And they also have children of light. They are uniquely there. They are no longer inherited from the family through genetic code, but the true life, the infinite life between two people who have the attributes of true love will create a child of light, which is born biologically, but not from the biological seed, but from the light of the two who have true love. That would be truly their child. The best in the both of them, the best in the two, would produce the child of light that is born already with infinite life. And the connection between the two is maintaining them to evolve infinitely. Now, how? Why? Why the attributes have that power? Why the attributes of true love do that? Because the attributes in themselves are infinite. The attributes are infinite because they are good. They're infinite lights. They're like light of God. Truth is an infinite light. Devotion is an infinite life. These are attributes in true love. And you'll hear them all, and it all makes sense. Truth, devotion, recognition, correctness, authority, you have to have a say with the other one, wisdom, forth-giving, honor, harmony, understanding, getting along, humbleness, don't be too proud with the one that you love, candor, gentleness, goodness, reverence, and so on. There's a whole list of them, all the way to vitality. The 30th is vitality. The first is truth. The 30th is vitality. Now, in the attributes, there's a warmth, and there's everything that is light. Light of godliness, light that has the infinite in it. Now, what happens with those attributes is that once they're activated, like when a loving mom holds a child, a baby, and has true love for the baby, that awakens in the baby the attributes of true love. And with that, it activates capacities in the brain. Everybody is born with the attributes of true love in the brain, and most people have them like little black dots that never saw the light, because they think that it's okay to lie, or because they think that, well, devotion, you cannot be the whole life with one person only, or recognition, recognize the other one for what he is or she is, recognize their value, give them the chance to have a say, the wisdom to cooperate together. So these are only some of the attributes. Once the lights are on, once the attributes of true love are on in an individual and on the other one, then the capacities that are unfolding are opening the capacities of the brain for longevity, for long life. The brain is maintaining the health of the body when all the attributes of true love are lit, when all the lights are on. Many people, when they have feelings for each other, they say, yeah, he's handsome or she's beautiful, they come from a good family, we got along nicely, but there are no sparks. Those are the sparks that people are talking about. When the lights come on, when those attributes, when you feel that you have to be truthful, you have to be devoted, that you recognize the other one, that you are correct with them, that you proceed with honor and wisdom, that you create harmony in the relationship, that you are humble, that you are gentle, that you have reverence and affection, all those beautiful things would light up capacities, would engage capacities that once you have the light of truth in the relationship, you have the capacity to tell the truth, to understand the truth, to defend the truth. And that helps you go to work and you immediately realize, so that extends beyond the home life. You go to work and you immediately realize that it's so much easier. You know when somebody tells you the truth, nobody can lie to you at work because you catch them immediately. And you realize that you have to be devoted at work, you have to be dedicated to the plans of work that you did. All of those capacities that develop in true love are good in everything else that you do. And what do they get? Because they're all good, they get the support from the universe of God. Once you have the attributes of true love that reflect in everything else that you do, you start to get the support from the universe of God. And that will make all the difference in how long you live, how healthy you'll be, and how things are going for you. In future shows, we'll talk more about this.
ਕਾਰ ਐਕਸੀਡੈਂਟ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ, ਤਿਲਕ ਕੇ ਡਿੱਗ ਪਏ, ਕੀ ਕਰੋਗੇ? WSIB ਮੈਟਰਸ ਕ੍ਰਿਮੀਨਲ ਕੇਸਿਸ ਲਈ ਸਲਾਹ ਕਿੱਥੋਂ ਮਿਲੂ? ਆਓ ਦੱਸਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਜਾਵੋ। 20 ਵਰਿਆਂ ਤੋਂ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਦਾ ਜਾਣਿਆ ਪਛਾਣਿਆ ਨਾਂ ਜਸ ਜੌਹਲ ਚੇਤੇ ਰੱਖਿਓ। ਆਹੋ ਜੀ ਜੌਹਲ ਲਾ ਫਰਮ। ਬੈਰਿਸਟਰ ਟੀਮ ਰਾਜ ਔਰ ਰੀਟਾ ਹੈਗੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਲਈ। ਕਾਨੂੰਨੀ ਮਸਲਿਆਂ ਤੋਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਹੱਕਾਂ ਦੀ ਰਾਖੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਜੌਹਲ ਲਾ ਫਰਮ ਹੁਣ ਨਵੀਂ ਹੋਰ ਵੱਡੀ ਥਾਂ ਤੇ 10 ਕਾਟਰੈਲ ਬੁਲੇਵਾਰਡ ਯੂਨਿਟ 203 ਬ੍ਰੈਂਪਟਨ 에어ਪੋਰਟ ਐਂਡ ਕਾਟਰੈਲ 905 799 0025 ਜਾਂ johalafirm.com। ਜੌਹਲ ਲਾ ਫਰਮ ਕਾਨੂੰਨ ਦੇ ਜੋਰੀ।
ਕਿਸੇ ਵੀ ਵਜ੍ਹਾ ਕਰਕੇ ਜੇ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਕ੍ਰੈਡਿਟ ਖਰਾਬ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਹੈ, ਅਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਮੋਰਗੇਜ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਦੇਵਾਂਗੇ। ਕਿਸੇ ਪ੍ਰਕਾਰ ਦੀ ਵੀ ਮੋਰਗੇਜ ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾਵਾਂ ਲਈ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਸੰਪਰਕ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ।
ਅਗਰ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਫਸਟ, ਸੈਕਿੰਡ ਜਾਂ ਥਰਡ ਮਾਰਗੇਜ ਜਾਂ ਫਿਰ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਵੇਟ ਫੰਡਸ ਦੀ ਜ਼ਰੂਰਤ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕਾਲ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ।
ਆਪਣੇ ਮਿਹਨਤ ਨਾਲ ਕਮਾਏ ਡਾਲਰ ਦਾ ਵੱਧ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਧ ਰੇਟ ਲੈਣਾ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਇੱਕੋ ਹੀ ਨਾਮ ਯਾਦ ਰੱਖੋ, ਅਪਰਾ ਟ੍ਰੇਡਿੰਗ। ਨਾਲ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪੈਸੇ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਭੇਜਣੇ ਆ ਜਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪੈਸੇ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਤੋਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਮੰਗਾਉਣੇ ਆ ਤਾਂ ਅਪਰਾ ਟ੍ਰੇਡਿੰਗ 416 731 7710 416 731 7710 ਅਪਰਾ ਟ੍ਰੇਡਿੰਗ। ਡੇ ਐਂਡ ਰੌਸ ਕੰਪਨੀ ਨੂੰ ਟੀਮ ਡਰਾਈਵਰ ਚਾਹੀਦੇ ਨੇ। ਟੋਰਾਂਟੋ ਟੂ ਵਿਨੀਪੈਗ 52 ਸੈਂਟ ਮੀਲ ਦੇ ਮਿਲਣਗੇ, ਪੈਨ ਟੂ ਪੈਨ, ਨੋ ਵੇਟਿੰਗ। ਦਲਜੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਗਰੇਵਾਲ ਦਾ ਫੋਨ ਨੰਬਰ 647 444 6744 647 444 6744।
ਮੋਗਾ ਕਾਰਪੇਟ ਐਂਡ ਫਲੋਰਿੰਗ 30 ਸਾਲਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਮਿਸੀਸਾਗਾ ਤੋਂ ਕਾਰਪੇਟ ਤੇ ਫਲੋਰਿੰਗ ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਰਹੇ ਹਨ। ਹੁਣ ਬ੍ਰੈਂਪਟਨ 'ਚ ਆਪਣੀ ਲੋਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਖੋਲ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਹੈ। ਵਧੀਆ ਸਰਵਿਸ ਤੇ ਘੱਟ ਕੀਮਤਾਂ ਤੇ ਕਾਰਪੇਟ, ਹਾਰਡਵੁੱਡ ਤੇ ਲੈਮੀਨੇਟ ਨਾਲ ਆਪਣੇ ਘਰ ਨੂੰ ਸ਼ਿੰਗਾਰਨ ਲਈ ਫੋਨ ਕਰੋ 905 848 2222।
There's much to say about true love, and I'll make sure that I will communicate all the essentials, and we have time ahead of us to learn about true love, which we are finally free to have. We have the encouragement from the heavens to have true love and to understand what it is and how that works. And I'm looking forward to share much more with you about that. Just retain that if you have all 28 the attributes and not the 30, if you have no truth and no devotion, then it's not true love. You can be gentle, you can be in harmony, but if you don't tell the truth, you have to fix that one. Anyways, we'll talk about that in future shows. At this time, I'll have to live in the company of great and wonderful artists who are creative in what they do and who express artistically their own interest in love. Either you belong to me, I belong to you, which is one of the songs, or Ocean Waves, where the artist says that love is like ocean, deep, deep ocean. Or what would we do without love? Where would we be now without love? And the song is Without Love, which will be the third song in the show. And there are precious words and precious sounds in the group that songs that is coming. I'm looking forward to see you in the next show, and we'll continue to talk about wonderful things about Paradise Now.
ਕਾਰ ਐਕਸੀਡੈਂਟ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ, ਤਿਲਕ ਕੇ ਡਿੱਗ ਪਏ, ਕੀ ਕਰੋਗੇ? WSIB ਮੈਟਰਸ ਕ੍ਰਿਮੀਨਲ ਕੇਸਿਸ ਲਈ ਸਲਾਹ ਕਿੱਥੋਂ ਮਿਲੂ? ਆਓ ਦੱਸਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਜਾਵੋ। 20 ਵਰਿਆਂ ਤੋਂ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਦਾ ਜਾਣਿਆ ਪਛਾਣਿਆ ਨਾਂ ਜਸ ਜੌਹਲ ਚੇਤੇ ਰੱਖਿਓ। ਆਹੋ ਜੀ ਜੌਹਲ ਲਾ ਫਰਮ। ਬੈਰਿਸਟਰ ਟੀਮ ਰਾਜ ਔਰ ਰੀਟਾ ਹੈਗੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਲਈ। ਕਾਨੂੰਨੀ ਮਸਲਿਆਂ ਤੋਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਹੱਕਾਂ ਦੀ ਰਾਖੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਜੌਹਲ ਲਾ ਫਰਮ ਹੁਣ ਨਵੀਂ ਹੋਰ ਵੱਡੀ ਥਾਂ ਤੇ 10 ਕਾਟਰੈਲ ਬੁਲੇਵਾਰਡ ਯੂਨਿਟ 203 ਬ੍ਰੈਂਪਟਨ 에어ਪੋਰਟ ਐਂਡ ਕਾਟਰੈਲ 905 799 0025 ਜਾਂ johalafirm.com। ਜੌਹਲ ਲਾ ਫਰਮ ਕਾਨੂੰਨ ਦੇ ਜੋਰੀ।
ਕਿਸੇ ਵੀ ਵਜ੍ਹਾ ਕਰਕੇ ਜੇ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਕ੍ਰੈਡਿਟ ਖਰਾਬ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਹੈ, ਅਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਮੋਰਗੇਜ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਦੇਵਾਂਗੇ। ਕਿਸੇ ਪ੍ਰਕਾਰ ਦੀ ਵੀ ਮੋਰਗੇਜ ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾਵਾਂ ਲਈ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਸੰਪਰਕ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ।
ਅਗਰ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਫਸਟ, ਸੈਕਿੰਡ ਜਾਂ ਥਰਡ ਮਾਰਗੇਜ ਜਾਂ ਫਿਰ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਵੇਟ ਫੰਡਸ ਦੀ ਜ਼ਰੂਰਤ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕਾਲ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ।
ਆਪਣੇ ਮਿਹਨਤ ਨਾਲ ਕਮਾਏ ਡਾਲਰ ਦਾ ਵੱਧ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਧ ਰੇਟ ਲੈਣਾ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਇੱਕੋ ਹੀ ਨਾਮ ਯਾਦ ਰੱਖੋ, ਅਪਰਾ ਟ੍ਰੇਡਿੰਗ। ਨਾਲ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪੈਸੇ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਭੇਜਣੇ ਆ ਜਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪੈਸੇ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਤੋਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਮੰਗਾਉਣੇ ਆ ਤਾਂ ਅਪਰਾ ਟ੍ਰੇਡਿੰਗ 416 731 7010 416-731-7710 ਅਪਰਾ ਟ੍ਰੇਡਿੰਗ। ਡੇ ਐਂਡ ਰੌਸ ਕੰਪਨੀ ਨੂੰ ਟੀਮ ਡਰਾਈਵਰ ਚਾਹੀਦੇ ਨੇ। ਟੋਰਾਂਟੋ ਟੂ ਵਿਨੀਪੈਗ 52 ਸੈਂਟ ਮੀਲ ਦੇ ਮਿਲਣਗੇ, ਪੈਨ ਟੂ ਪੈਨ, ਨੋ ਵੇਟਿੰਗ। ਦਲਜੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਗਰੇਵਾਲ ਦਾ ਫੋਨ ਨੰਬਰ 6474446744 647 444 6744।
ਮੋਗਾ ਕਾਰਪੇਟ ਐਂਡ ਫਲੋਰਿੰਗ 30 ਸਾਲਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਮਿਸੀਸਾਗਾ ਤੋਂ ਕਾਰਪੇਟ ਤੇ ਫਲੋਰਿੰਗ ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਰਹੇ ਹਨ। ਹੁਣ ਬਰੈਂਪਟਨ 'ਚ ਆਪਣੀ ਲੋਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਖੋਲ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਹੈ। ਵਧੀਆ ਸਰਵਿਸ ਤੇ ਘੱਟ ਕੀਮਤਾਂ ਤੇ ਕਾਰਪੇਟ, ਹਾਰਡਵੁੱਡ ਤੇ ਲੈਮੀਨੇਟ ਨਾਲ ਆਪਣੇ ਘਰ ਨੂੰ ਸ਼ਿੰਗਾਰਨ ਲਈ ਫੋਨ ਕਰੋ 905 848 2222।
This is You Belong to Me. 1, 2, 3. I don't know if I can do wrong. I don't know if I'm right. I only know that I belong between your arms tonight. 'Cause you belong to me, I belong to you. We belong together, you and I. You belong to me, I belong to you. And I know together we can fly. Take it away. You show me how to find my way through life's eternal night. There's nothing else that touches me like your eternal light. 'Cause you belong to me, I belong to you. We belong together, you and I. You belong to me, I belong to you. And I know together we can fly. So many things you've done for me. You took me as I am. You painted a new life for me. Now I know I can. Now I know I can. together we can fly.
ਕਾਰ ਐਕਸੀਡੈਂਟ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਤੇ ਲੱਕੇ ਡਿੱਗ ਪਏ ਕੀ ਕਰੋਗੇ WSIB ਮੈਟਰਸ ਕ੍ਰਿਮੀਨਲ ਕੇਸਿਸ ਲਈ ਸਲਾਹ ਕਿੱਥੋਂ ਮਿਲੂ ਆਓ ਦੱਸਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਜਾਵੋ 20 ਵਰਿਆਂ ਤੋਂ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਦਾ ਜਾਣਿਆ ਪਛਾਣਿਆ ਨਾਂ ਜਸ ਜੌਹਲ ਚੇਤੇ ਰੱਖਿਓ ਆਹੋ ਜੀ ਜੌਹਲ ਲਾ ਫਰਮ ਬੈਰਿਸਟਰ ਟੀਮ ਰਾਜ ਔਰ ਰੀਟਾ ਹੈਗੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਲਈ ਕਾਨੂੰਨੀ ਮਸਲਿਆਂ ਤੋਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਹੱਕਾਂ ਦੀ ਰਾਖੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਜੌਹਲ ਲਾ ਫਰਮ ਹੁਣ ਨਵੀਂ ਹੋਰ ਵੱਡੀ ਥਾਂ ਤੇ 10 ਕਾਟਰੈਲ ਬੁਲੇਵਾਰਡ ਯੂਨਿਟ 203 ਬ੍ਰੈਂਪਟਨ 에어ਪੋਰਟ ਐਂਡ ਕਾਟਰੈਲ 905799 ਜਾਂ johalafirm.com ਜੌਹਲ ਲਾ ਫਰਮ ਕਾਨੂੰਨ ਦੇ ਜੋਰੀ
ਕਿਸੇ ਵੀ ਵਜ੍ਹਾ ਕਰਕੇ ਜੇ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਕ੍ਰੈਡਿਟ ਖਰਾਬ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਹੈ ਅਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਮੋਰਗੇਜ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਦੇਵਾਂਗੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਪ੍ਰਕਾਰ ਦੀ ਵੀ ਮੋਰਗੇਜ ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾਵਾਂ ਲਈ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਸੰਪਰਕ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ
ਅਗਰ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਫਸਟ ਸੈਕਿੰਡ ਜਾਂ ਥਰਡ ਮਾਰਗੇਜ ਜਾਂ ਫਿਰ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਵੇਟ ਫੰਡਸ ਦੀ ਜ਼ਰੂਰਤ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕਾਲ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ।
ਆਪਣੇ ਮਿਹਨਤ ਨਾਲ ਕਮਾਏ ਡਾਲਰ ਦਾ ਵੱਧ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਧ ਰੇਟ ਲੈਣਾ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਇੱਕੋ ਹੀ ਨਾਮ ਯਾਦ ਰੱਖੋ ਅਪਰਾ ਟ੍ਰੇਡਿੰਗ ਨਾਲ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪੈਸੇ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਭੇਜਣੇ ਆ ਜਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪੈਸੇ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਤੋਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਮੰਗਾਉਣੇ ਆ ਤਾਂ ਅਪਰਾ ਟ੍ਰੇਡਿੰਗ 416 731 7010 416 731 7710 ਅਪਰਾ ਟ੍ਰੇਡਿੰਗ ਡੇ ਐਂਡ ਰੌਸ ਕੰਪਨੀ ਨੂੰ ਟੀਮ ਡਰਾਈਵਰ ਚਾਹੀਦੇ ਨੇ ਟੋਰਾਂਟੋ ਟੂ ਵਿਨੀਪੈਗ 52 ਸੈਂਟ ਮੀਲ ਦੇ ਮਿਲਣਗੇ ਪੈਨ ਟੂ ਪੈਨ ਨੋ ਵੇਟਿੰਗ ਦਲਜੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਗਰੇਵਾਲ ਦਾ ਫੋਨ ਨੰਬਰ 6474446744 647 444 6744
ਮੋਗਾ ਕਾਰਪੇਟ ਐਂਡ ਫਲੋਰਿੰਗ 30 ਸਾਲਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਮਿਸੀਸਾਗਾ ਤੋਂ ਕਾਰਪੇਟ ਤੇ ਫਲੋਰਿੰਗ ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਰਹੇ ਹਨ। ਹੁਣ ਬ੍ਰੈਂਪਟਨ 'ਚ ਆਪਣੀ ਲੋਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਖੋਲ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਹੈ। ਵਧੀਆ ਸਰਵਿਸ ਤੇ ਘੱਟ ਕੀਮਤਾਂ ਤੇ ਕਾਰਪੇਟ, ਹਾਰਡਵੁੱਡ ਤੇ ਲੈਮੀਨੇਟ ਨਾਲ ਆਪਣੇ ਘਰ ਨੂੰ ਸ਼ਿੰਗਾਰਨ ਲਈ ਫੋਨ ਕਰੋ 905 848 2222।
Convince you that my love is growing over you. How can I convince you that my heart is crying to be true? A deep, deep love is like a deep, deep ocean wave rising over me. A deep, deep love is like a deep, deep ocean wave wash me out to sea. How can I convince you? Before you, life was just a game. How can I convince you? Before you, love was just a game. A deep, deep love is like a deep, deep ocean wave rising over me. A deep, deep love is like a deep, deep ocean wave wash me out to sea. I'm longing to be true, may not be so hard for you to do. I'll take you by the hand, make you understand that I love you. 3, 4. Now I can convince you that my world waits for you to come. Now I can continue with this life, 'cause you're the only one. A deep, deep love is like a deep, deep ocean wave rising over me. A deep, deep love is like a deep, deep ocean wave. Wash me out to sea. One more time. A deep, deep love is like a deep, deep ocean wave rising over me. A deep, deep love is like a deep, deep ocean wave. Wash me out to sea. Take it away.
ਕਾਰ ਐਕਸੀਡੈਂਟ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ, ਤਿਲਕ ਕੇ ਡਿੱਗ ਪਏ, ਕੀ ਕਰੋਗੇ? WSIB ਮੈਟਰਸ ਕ੍ਰਿਮੀਨਲ ਕੇਸਿਸ ਲਈ ਸਲਾਹ ਕਿੱਥੋਂ ਮਿਲੂ? ਆਓ ਦੱਸਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਜਾਵੋ। 20 ਵਰਿਆਂ ਤੋਂ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਦਾ ਜਾਣਿਆ ਪਛਾਣਿਆ ਨਾਂ ਜਸ ਜੌਹਲ ਚੇਤੇ ਰੱਖਿਓ। ਆਹੋ ਜੀ ਜੌਹਲ ਲਾ ਫਰਮ। ਬੈਰਿਸਟਰ ਟੀਮ ਰਾਜ ਔਰ ਰੀਟਾ ਹੈਗੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਲਈ। ਕਾਨੂੰਨੀ ਮਸਲਿਆਂ ਤੋਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਹੱਕਾਂ ਦੀ ਰਾਖੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਜੌਹਲ ਲਾ ਫਰਮ ਹੁਣ ਨਵੀਂ ਹੋਰ ਵੱਡੀ ਥਾਂ ਤੇ 10 ਕਾਟਰੈਲ ਬੁਲੇਵਾਰਡ ਯੂਨਿਟ 203 ਬ੍ਰੈਂਪਟਨ 에어ਪੋਰਟ ਐਂਡ ਕਾਟਰੈਲ 9057990025 ਜਾਂ johalafirm.com। ਜੌਹਲ ਲਾ ਫਰਮ ਕਾਨੂੰਨ ਦੇ ਜੋਰੀ।
ਕਿਸੇ ਵੀ ਵਜ੍ਹਾ ਕਰਕੇ ਜੇ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਕ੍ਰੈਡਿਟ ਖਰਾਬ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਹੈ, ਅਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਮੋਰਗੇਜ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਦੇਵਾਂਗੇ। ਕਿਸੇ ਪ੍ਰਕਾਰ ਦੀ ਵੀ ਮੋਰਗੇਜ ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾਵਾਂ ਲਈ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਸੰਪਰਕ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ।
ਅਗਰ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਫਸਟ, ਸੈਕਿੰਡ ਜਾਂ ਥਰਡ ਮਾਰਗੇਜ ਜਾਂ ਫਿਰ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਵੇਟ ਫੰਡਸ ਦੀ ਜ਼ਰੂਰਤ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕਾਲ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ।
ਆਪਣੇ ਮਿਹਨਤ ਨਾਲ ਕਮਾਏ ਡਾਲਰ ਦਾ ਵੱਧ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਧ ਰੇਟ ਲੈਣਾ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਇੱਕੋ ਹੀ ਨਾਮ ਯਾਦ ਰੱਖੋ, ਅਪਰਾ ਟ੍ਰੇਡਿੰਗ। ਨਾਲ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪੈਸੇ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਭੇਜਣੇ ਆ ਜਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪੈਸੇ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਤੋਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਮੰਗਵਾਉਣੇ ਆ ਤਾਂ ਅਪਰਾ ਟ੍ਰੇਡਿੰਗ 416 731 7710 416 731 7710 ਅਪਰਾ ਟ੍ਰੇਡਿੰਗ। ਡੇ ਐਂਡ ਰੌਸ ਕੰਪਨੀ ਨੂੰ ਟੀਮ ਡਰਾਈਵਰ ਚਾਹੀਦੇ ਨੇ। ਟੋਰਾਂਟੋ ਟੂ ਵਿਨੀਪੈਗ 52 ਸੈਂਟ ਮੀਲ ਦੇ ਮਿਲਣਗੇ, ਪੈਨ ਟੂ ਪੈਨ, ਨੋ ਵੇਟਿੰਗ। ਦਲਜੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਗਰੇਵਾਲ ਦਾ ਫੋਨ ਨੰਬਰ 6474446744 647 444 6744।
ਮੋਗਾ ਕਾਰਪੇਟ ਐਂਡ ਫਲੋਰਿੰਗ 30 ਸਾਲਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਮਿਸੀਸਾਗਾ ਤੋਂ ਕਾਰਪੇਟ ਤੇ ਫਲੋਰਿੰਗ ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਰਹੇ ਹਨ। ਹੁਣ ਬ੍ਰੈਂਪਟਨ 'ਚ ਆਪਣੀ ਲੋਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਖੋਲ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਹੈ। ਵਧੀਆ ਸਰਵਿਸ ਤੇ ਘੱਟ ਕੀਮਤਾਂ ਤੇ ਕਾਰਪੇਟ, ਹਾਰਡਵੁੱਡ ਤੇ ਲੈਮੀਨੇਟ ਨਾਲ ਆਪਣੇ ਘਰ ਨੂੰ ਸ਼ਿੰਗਾਰਨ ਲਈ ਫੋਨ ਕਰੋ 905 848 2222।
This is without love. Where would we be right now? You gave me the sun, the air, the sea. You gave me the wind, the stars and trees. You gave everything to please me, and you made it all so easy. The sunlight that plays upon the lake, the moon and the silver light it makes, they light the way for us lovers, helping us to discover love. Without love Where would we be right now without love? Ooh, I would die, my baby. I love everything about you. I never could be without you. You turn my heart round towards the sun, open my flower to her love. Without love